So welcome back. So far we have the ability to display all the documents that have been created. We can also see any specific document and go back to the list of documents, but the issue here is that we don't have the ability to edit and destroy these documents. And like always, we begin by working on the controller to define those actions. So let's go into Sublime Text, and in our docs controller, we'll want to work on edit, update, and destroy. And just to give you a quick idea of why we have edit and update as separate actions, edit is just responsible for the view file. The same way new is responsible for the view file as a new.html.haml. We're going to have one for edit.html.haml. Create is responsible for essentially creating the different parameters. So that by doc parameters, we mean the title and the content, and we're essentially saving this to the database. Update does the same. It actually fetches that doc using the before action. The before action applies to the update action. We first find the document, and then we change the parameters, which are the title and the content. So let's stop talking here. Let's actually begin working on the actions themselves. Edit is already taken care of. The same way show is already taken care of because the before action finds the document that will be edited in the view file. Now let's work on the update. And the same here, there's the before action, find doc already applies, but right underneath that we want if add doc update, and this is going to be by doc params, and then we want a conditional, so it's going to redirect us to the at doc. So if it, actually at doc, just doc, so if the document is updated, it's going to save those changes and then take us back to that document that's just been edited. Else, we want to render the edit page. So we don't want a redirect because a redirect is a new HTTP request, which essentially deletes everything that's on that page. But rendering it, if it's unsuccessful, allows us to make that edit, or I should say, save the changes once more. So now we want an end here, and we also, okay, so the block is also closed. And now let's work on the destroy action. The destroy action, the before action already applies, so we find the document that is going to be destroyed, and then we're asking our app to, so it's going to be add doc.destroy, and then we want to redirect to the index page where all those documents are listed. So it's going to be docs path. So let's save all of this. We've worked on the actions. Now we want to actually add these links to the show page. And the show page is obviously, let's go back to the browser. This is the show page. Right now we don't have links to edit or destroy. So let's go back into our Sublime Text, show.html.haml. And right underneath here, we're going to have link to, first is going to be all docs. So we can go back to the index page. We don't have this link right now. It's going to be docs path. And then we're also going to have a link to, and this is going to be a fix doc, and this is going to be the edit path, that is. And it's going to take us to edit doc path for that specific doc, for the instance of that document. And this is going to be link to, and this is going to be the trash it. This is how we're going to delete that document that has already been created. And it's going to be doc path. It's going to be at doc. Okay, and this is actually a little different because we also want a pop-up message just so that we don't delete our message, our document by mistake. So it's going to be method, it's going to delete, and then the pop-up message is going to be data, and it's going to ask us essentially to confirm using these curly brackets, confirm, are you sure? This is going to be a pop-up message, and then we'll see it obviously in our display. And by the way, if you're wondering where we're getting all these paths from, these paths are coming from the rake routes. So if we save this, I can show you, if we go to our terminal and type in rake routes, these are all the routes that have been created for the application. There's one for editing our document, creating a new document, showing the document, and things of that nature. It lists them all out. And you can also see the HTTP requests for those applications as well. So here are all the routes for new, edit doc, But as you can see here, these are the delete. These are the HTTP verbs. If you've noticed that for our delete action, let me go back into Sublime Text. We're asking method delete, and that's because of this. So in our terminal, this is the verb, the HTTP verb. We're sending a request to delete that document, and we're also, when we do click on that, get the pop-up message confirming if we want to delete it. So let's actually go back into our browser and refresh and see if we get the links. So if we go all docs, this takes us back to the index page. If we go fix doc, it will actually give us an error now because we don't have the template. That makes sense. We actually need to create edit.html.haml, and then let's just go back. For some reason my mouse, and if we trash, it's gone, and it takes us back to the index page, which is what we wanted. To actually change or to begin working on the view file for edit, we can just create a new file here. Let's save this as edit.html.haml, and we can begin working on the template here. We're going to render the form the same way we did for new. We can actually just copy this and take it to our edit page and paste it here. Instead of new doc, obviously this is going to be fix doc, and then we're just going to render the form here as well. We also want a link here, just in case we got here by mistake, to say link to, and it's going to say cancel, and this is going to take us back to the doc path. So let's save this. Let's go back to our browser and refresh. So let's click here, let's fix the doc. It takes us to this view page. If you've noticed, it's already comes pre-filled with what we want to edit. Let's say we get rid of document here, and then let's just say update doc, and then it takes us back to the show page where the document is now rendered, edited. This is exactly what we wanted. If you've also noticed here on our index page, we don't have a link to create a new document, which is something we can fix right now. If we go back into our index view file, which is here, we can create a link at this very bottom. It's going to be link to, it's going to be create doc, and we want new doc file. And by the way, again, this route is coming from rake routes. So it's going to be new doc path. I don't know why I keep on typing file. So let's save here. Let's go back into our index. Let's refresh. You get this link, and if you click on it, you have the option of creating a new document. Perfect. So let's go back into our terminal and just do git status, and let's git add, and the commit message here is going to be edit and destroy docs. Perfect.